Hello YouTube, this is Knife Sharpening Norway. I'm just gonna sharpen some knives that has gotten dull. My cheap eBay knife, it's carbon steel with very uneven grinds, but hey, it works as a petty. My Victorinox, it gets used by my fiance a lot and beaten up. And my tojiro Nakiri. I've seen better days. It's got a lovely patina. And yeah, I hope this new angle camera is here. I have a very small kitchen, but I hope this new angle is better. Starting with the GNS 300 on the Victorinox and petty knife. On the Nakiri, I'm gonna start on the naniwa aotoshi green brick and moving to nature stones. But on the Victorinox and petty, I'm just gonna rip an edge on the 300, quickly polish on the aotoshi and call it good. So yeah. As you see, the GNS 300 is a splash and go stone. Just gonna check if it's flat. That's very important. I'm not gonna tin much, but I always tin a little when sharpening. Just gonna... Yeah, I did press the record button. I sometimes forget that. Just don't use weight. Just lay your hand on top, and that's all the weight you need. And it don't take much. Maybe not even a tenth of the millimeter. But I need flat stones. And this resurfaces the stone to actually make it be better. That's all it took. Just rubbing off the sides so I don't chip a corner. That's also very important. There, just wiping my hands. And I'm using just worn old t-shirts that I ripped up. Great for just drying and using for more dirty stuff. I really like this Tojiro Pro Sync Bridge, but it has some shortcomings. It's very stable, but these could be bigger and more rubbery. It's impossible to tighten them hard and loosen them without ruining your fingers. This lip here could easily be half as big, because when using slim stones you hit that lip. But other than that, it's plenty good. Just wetting the stone. I'm just laying it flat here and tilting it a little up. I forgot, because I got the question, yeah, but are your knives dull before sharpening? Well, I call that dull. Won't you? It won't cut me, so I'm not bleeding, so I call that dull. And I'm using not very much pressure, but say yeah, 600-700 grams pressure. Just letting the weight of my hands do the work. And this is a pretty quick and good stone. I'm sharpening this very low since it's just a petty. I'm lowering the edge angle so I haven't gotten a bird yet. I'm using this to clean up meat, debone chicken, such things. I'm thinning it now, so that's why I am seeing a bird, but it won't take long. I'm using the whole stone. People many do like this, just 10 stroke. Imagine if I just did like this. I would wear the stone very unevenly, and that is a waste. I try to use the whole stone. And I love this GNS 300. I think it's my favorite stone. I like coarser stones more than polishing stones. And actually, just by doing that drag, I got a bird hair down at the heel, so. But it's a false burr since I'm thinning. I'm lowering the edge angle. This is 3-4 degrees, maybe lower. It's barely keeping the spine off the stone. Haven't gotten a burr, but I'm changing sides just in case that the pressure is bending the edge. And again, using the entire stone. And again, lowering the angle to thin it out. This is my favorite coarse stone by far. This is the glass 220. This got better feeling than the Sharpening glass 220, and I just like it more. I'm not gonna thin very much, just thinning it out ever so slightly, which I'm doing now. Lowering the edge a little, just thinning out behind the edge. And yeah. I'm very near a burr. I'm just gonna raise it up to around 10, which is a more normal angle. But if you see, can you see how thin that tip is? It isn't easy, but that's thin. So now I'm raising to 7 or 8 degrees, just using the weight of the knife. Most knives can hold the 12-13 degree edge, even at 10, if you use them lightly. Don't bang your knives around. Use them for slicing and cutting with nice gentle strokes, and you can lower the edge angle pretty much. See, I got my burr at the heel, but not the belly part. And that's usually the way it is. There, I got my burr all right. And the back side. And now I'm just using the weight of my hands, not to crumble or ruin or deflect the edge. You don't need to use any pressure when working at the edge. I see Bob Kramer, which is a great bladesmith, recommends 5-6 pounds, that's 2-3 kilos, when sharpening the edge. In my eye, that's way too much. I've got my burr, so now I'm just minimizing it. Again, very light stroke. And I'm just checking for fun how sharp I can get it off the 300 with just minimal amount of effort, which I did now. Just stropping it a little on the worn t-shirt, just cutting away if there's any micro burr, cleaning it up, stropping it on my own t-shirt. And you can perfectly use this off the 300. It got tremendous bite. That would rip into things. Is this on view? It's an awkward angle for me too. That's of a 300 stone. I don't think I can try. Yeah, it actually push cuts off a 300 stones, so I'm just gonna get the trash to throw the paper in. So push cutting of a 300 stone. I'm gonna get my calf here, just checking. I don't know if you can see that, but can you? It shaves leg hair of a 300 stone. So if I took this to a leather strop and stopped it for say 2-3 minutes, that would be more than adequate. So going to the green brick. Again, just wetting it, again a splash and go. Again, making sure that it's flat. Let's see, just rinsing so I don't contaminate it with 300 grit. Again, using just barely the weight of my palm and letting it work. This is a soft stone, so if you use pressure on this stone, it will tell you to back off. Softer stones will learn you how to sharpen better. Since if you use too much pressure, you will gouge into the stone, and that's meaning you use too much pressure when sharpening. That's all it took. Again, just rounding. It sucks to chip a corner of the stone and hit your edge into it. I've done it more times than I can count before I got a real platinum plate. So again, wiping my hands so I don't slip. I'm at 14 minutes. That's not too bad. And I don't like too much slurry when I sharpen because it can bang into the apex and actually dull your knife. Sorry about that. Again, doing slightly behind the edge, just cleaning it up, using no pressure at all. This is a great stone. The GNS 300 and this naniwa aotoshi is all the stones you need. It's quick enough to erase the scratches. It's fine enough so you can finish on it too. But how do I put it? on very hard steels. I haven't tried it yet. Maybe I will someday. Let's see. Moving to the edge, barely any pressure. And I'm not doing much. I won't. Just moving the trash behind me. What do you say? I won't over polish it because I don't want it to lose its bite. It's a very soft stone, so if you are a little too hard, it will gouge. So just stropping. I'm raising a little now just to straighten. No, strengthen, sorry, not straighten, but strengthen the edge a little. So that's from dull, completely dull to very sharp in 15 minutes. Included thinning a little. If I've just done the edge, you could half that time. So just swapping to my t-shirts again. Mary Carter 3-finger test. That is, yeah, that's one mean edge. Is this in view? Yeah, it is. Very tip. So yeah, that's a sharp knife in 15 minutes. Could make it sharper, but what's the point? It's gonna see food. It's not a knife I used to shave with or such things. So yeah. My Victorinox. Now these stones are so little used I don't need to flatten them between each knife. But you could if you wanted something perfect. Like a single bevel knife or something like that. But I also got this if the aotoshi clogs up. So again, removing the edge. Here, completely done. Again, thinning a little behind the edge. Thinning the dip. And the Victorinox steel is pretty gummy. It's not crisp and nice like good carbon or good stainless, it's just gummy. I'm not saying it's bad because it ain't, but yeah, it could be harder. Victorinox, Henkel's, Wüsthof, Zwilling, older knives at 56, HRC or even 58. Yeah. I like my knives to be over 60. That's where I like them. That's all I'm gonna do, thinning that side and thinning the other side. I'm not bothered to looking if I'm doing it evenly, since I've done this so many times. I know in my head and fingers what's even and not. Just checking. That's pretty damn thin to be a Victorinox. Which for sure. It's as thin as many high-end Japanese knives, but of course with a stouter edge. Just wiping off. Don't know how well you can see that, but If I put it against the bottle there, can you see? Oh no, you can't. But yeah, anyway, going to the edge, raising to maybe a 15-degree angle. Again, using hardly any weight when doing the edge. Haven't gotten a bird yet. I'm just gonna refresh the surface because it's cutting so slowly. Just a little. That helps. Sometimes when you sharpen soft or even hard carbon, the carbon can build up on the stone and clog them a little. So a quick refinish with either a diamond stone, a dressing stone like the naniwa, but that is, I would rather use the diamond stone using a rust eraser or something like that. Nearly there. And why I'm removing the edge before I sharpen is that it's weak metal. So I want to start with a fresh, clean, strong apex. I don't want there to be any weak in the metal. And I've sharpened this knife on a diamond file set before the easy lap one which I got, so that's why it's taking a little longer time, because the edge is a tiny bit wavy. Got a burr at the heel, just the mid section again. Again using the entire stone. There I got my burr. Doing the back side, on the other side or the right side. And it would be better to sharpen like this, but that would be awkward for me, so I just doing like this and I got good results. So yeah, for those who can sharpen and be dexterous, hey, huge plus for you. I can't. I got my burr. I'm just flattening the tip a little, making that like a needle. So going to this. This is where I'm gonna start the tojiro knife, the tojiro white steel Nakiri, or the shirogami if you so prefer. Just roughing up a little on the stone so it's easier to work with. There. Again, using barely any weight now. Just refining that edge. I didn't bother to refine or show you how it was of the 300 zone since I show you with the other knife. But it was more than sharp enough of the 300 to work with. This is just getting those teeth aligned and a little smaller so they don't pop off. I must say this aotoshi is a good stone, but I like my Kitayama 4K better. There. So how long? 26 minutes to thin and fully sharpen 2 knives. That ain't bad, ain't it? Again, 3-finger test. Yep. 1 needleless tip. That's more than sharp enough. That's more than sharp enough to work when it easily, without any hesitation, cuts magazine paper. It would easy cut food without any problem. Just using this to get some slurry and some easy start with polishing and thinning the tojiro. Again, removing the edge. Two, 3, and 4 times. That's dull. As you can see, I can run my thumb on it. My thumb? Yeah, I suck at pronouncing English, sorry. For all you that actually are American or British or speak better English than me, sorry, but yeah. I try my best. I'm just polishing off the patina. I'm letting the stone run pretty dry. As you see, and that's the problem, which I like the Kitayama more. You see all those deep scratches there. It goes dry and goes very quick, so you need a constant water supply, but it's good to polish and thin out knives. The big scratches were there from earlier sharpenings, because I don't bother about the aesthetic or the look on my knives. I'm all about performance, how they cut and how they work, nothing more than that. This is one beat up knife. When people try to learn to sharpen, this is a knife I let them borrow. So it's crooked, it's, yeah, but it's sharp as hell when sharpened correctly. It does work very, very good when sharpened correctly. So the steel have a pretty decent heat to it too. Tojiro makes pretty good blades for the buck. Some of the best. If you count per performance and not aesthetics, then tojiro are very hard to beat for the money. If anybody sees this and wants me to sharpen anything, please send me something, or want to gift me something. My email is in my description of the channel. It would help me a lot to get maybe some new knives, stones, cookware, anything that I can show and review. There. Remember, I don't care about finishes at all. I just use my knives like, I don't abuse them, but I don't bother making them all pretty, because that won't help in cutting. So yeah, don't know how well you can see it, but it isn't a nice finish, but it will cut and will work. Now going to the edge at 12 degrees ish, 10-12 degrees, and I'm sharpening this little nose up to approximately here. I'm sharpening it, making it sharp up to here. And that is a very difficult part for many to sharpen. Just sharpen it like a nose. Just think of it like a point. And I love the edge I get of this, but again, the Kitayama, I like that more. Kitayama 4K is in my eyes the best finisher you can get. Actually think I'm there. Yep, that's what you get with thin knives. So I'm at 34 minutes, not bad. Backside. Just flipping the stone, refreshing it a little, because I can see some metal particles have built up. I can see them shining or refracting, or what the hell it's called, but I see them. So yeah, they're much better. This is you can use this for everything. You can actually sharpen from dull, which I just showed you pretty quick. If your knife isn't too messed up and pretty thin, you can thin it out and maintain. It's a good all-in-one stone. But as said, the Kitayama 4K, you can't beat that stone. The edges you get of that thing is insane. Just insane. This is also a 4K stone. It isn't a 2K. It cuts like the naniwa Professional 3K, which is also my favorite. This is right under it. Just a little more. There, I think I got it. Just getting the burr. I'm 97, 98 done with the edge. I haven't fully created the apex. I'm doing that on the natural, so this could be a bit jagged when I test it now, but I'm gonna finish on 2 natural stones. So but again, it's more than sharp to work with. More than sharp enough. People say, oh, you need to go to 8 or 10 or 12 or 13 or 15 or 30,000. No, you don't. 1,000 stone is more than good enough for all kitchen tasks except sushi and that stuff. Then you need maybe tops 8K stone. So very deep, as you see, without any problem. So yeah, it's more about the man sharpening than the stones. I can get a knife pretty damn sharp of say yeah, 300 stone like I showed you. I'm just gonna use this old t-shirt to put the stones down on. Again, making sure it's flat as I'm gonna polish it a little on the edge, not much, but just a tiny bit. There. Is it Takashima or Tadashima? I can't remember, but I think it's Takashima. It's a pretty soft stone, so yeah. and we're talking little 2-3 drops. So yeah, here to see like this. There, I think we have it. Try them again. Yeah. I need to get those mounted to something. See if I put the paper underneath, if that helps. Just a few drops. Yeah. And again, the smell of natural stones. Whew. It makes me hungry. It smells earthy, mossy, like just perfect when it just rained. Just adding the slightest amount of drop, 2 drops. That's it. When you are in the forest and it just has rained, that perfect smell. That's what this smells like. See all the slurry. Using it without slurry. I know the stone is moving, it doesn't matter, I can work around it, so... But yeah, it's too bad you can't smell through YouTube. It would be pretty awesome if you could. Doing that, maybe the stone will stay. It won't. There, that's good enough. Doing the back side. Again, I'm using the entire stone. And it will probably last me a lifetime, this natural stone. If it don't crack or break or got any inclusions. Got this from a fellow, which is a great sharpener. Way better than me. He sharpens straight razors, shaves with a damn big Konosuke, etc. And is probably one of the most knowledgeable guys about natural stones out there. Niklas Gudmundsson. Follow his channel. He's a crazy ass Swede with mad sharpening skills. This is meditating for me. This is calming me down. This is mental health break. It's just so calming. I'm just removing a little of the swarf here and there. There. Moving to the edge. Natural stones are pretty hard to gouge, so they are perfect to lay down a koba micro bevel on, which I'm doing here. I'm raising to around 15, just licking the edge ever so gently, barely the weight of the Nakiri itself. So natural stones, it's a great way to endure sharpening. You get a lot of bite. But you also get an edge that lasts longer because it got some teeth. Just getting the tip. And finishing is just sideways like this, not this with the edge. Often helps to minimize the burr. Just stripping it a little from the old worn rag here. And that's a pretty okay finish. It doesn't look like it, but yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna check here. Yeah, dang, that's sharp. Even the nose. So I'm gonna go just the next step with my asagi, and I'm thoroughly making sure there's not anything contaminating my natural stone. So yeah. Sealing down some more paper. We're at 46. So there. This side is very hard, so I marked that. So I don't sharpen on that because it's crazy hard. Just this got a little crack here, crack there, yeah, lots of micro cracks. But that's the way it is with naturals. I want really nice one, but that costs very much. So, again, starting behind the edge. This is like sharpening on cream. It feels that way, so just silky smooth. And good smell from this too. I'm not bothering about kasumi or such finishes. In my head, if you are one that likes to stare at your knives thinking, oh my god, that's pretty, instead of actually using them, yeah, then do that. But I use my knives. I use them hard, or not hard, but I use them much. And when I use them, I don't want to be, oh my god, I got a scratch. Oh, that ruined my entire finish, which I used so much time on. You can see the slurry is entire black here. It cuts pretty good, this asagi, on soft steel cladding like is on this tojiro. Here, just going to the edge, and now I may be at 20 degrees. One thing I actually would like very much is a best tester. I can't afford that either. just got on welfare. That's uføretrygd, which means I'm too sick to work here in Norway. So I got money from the state allowing me to live, but that ain't much. So yeah. This channel is all I got. It's fun, so I need your guys' help to, for example, sponsor me with things, send me things to test and review. There. It's pretty shiny along the edge now. Just sharpening it a little there. And let's swing out just a little bit. And yeah, you can probably see that, but maybe it comes. It's a dirty finish, but yeah, I don't care, it works. It cuts. It cuts very good. It's dirtily sharp. I mean, it's like the paper ain't there, so even the tip or nose or point push cut, if I just yeah. It's more than sharp enough for me. You can even take the point and go like this, so it's sharp. I don't need it sharper than that, so I appreciate you guys watching. Would love it if you can give me a thumbs up. It will help my channel a lot. If you subscribe, that will help me a lot too. Share my channel, press like, that's thumbs up. And yeah, let me know down in the comments what you think, or if you got any questions. Thanks for watching. Knife Sharpening Norway says have a nice week. Bye.